Attention Security Service of Ukraine. Your reply to my email is bullshit. I am not required to format a document using email because there is no such thing as a document on the email system. Your so-called call centers and government offices need to stop the corruption now. Ukraine government has no purview whatsoever over an American-born U.S. Army Signal Corps officer, and the treaties demand that you comply with the laws of Ukraine and UN purview, and yet elected and appointed of the so-called government of Ukraine have not been seen to do anything other than lie their asses off on the radio for the past 20 years. 1. Where are the English-speaking agents on the telephone systems of Ukraine? 2. Why does Ukraine have law enforcement officers that speak and understand English and stand in people's face and lie? 3. Why does the Security Service of Ukraine not know that all documents of treaty, charter, contract and law are created by human beings' thoughts recorded in voice, video or data format? 4. Fact notice of violation of law is receipt of notice of violation of law. 5. What day will you call me to help me end this war for the children? 6. Why does the Security Service of Ukraine not know the people of Ukraine can end this war by a simple ACT of a signature on a document? 7. Why do you not know leaders are not born, they are trained? 8. What day will the agents of government of Ukraine stop being dishonest? 9. Q. Does the Security Service of Ukraine know that it must stop using a language as a reason for its agents to not comply with the law of Ukraine? 10. Fact: I have been reporting crime for 17 years in Ukraine and nothing has been done to return my stolen property and my child, because the government of Ukraine is responsible for the crimes against my family. 11. Factually, I do not answer to the Security Service of Ukraine, it is quite the opposite. I answer solely to the Executive Office of the President of all nations. The clowns that were in the President's office before this war are criminal, and the Security Service of Ukraine knowingly allowed it to be that way, if only to pacify the fake banks and the fake money changers. 12. The Ukraine Security Service and the government of Ukraine has been seen and recorded using stolen reverse-engineered technology on the radio frequencies in violation of the law of Ukraine. 13. Fact: the Ukraine Security Service has been seen and recorded being dishonest to the President of Ukraine. 14. Fact: the end of usury, debt, poverty and war is a prepaid contract deliverable. 15. Fact: the government of Ukraine has violated the rights of the people of Ukraine for profit unlawfully. 16. Do you know, when I read the law of Ukraine, I can find not a single example of law tell me that a person born in the United States that is the father of 3 daughters in Ukraine has no rights without a fake lawyer and a fake translator that has not agenda other than being dishonest for a dollar. 17. I ask that the Ukraine Security Service appoint an agent to assist me to complete the aging imports that have been unlawfully belayed due to crimes of Ukraine government agents. 18. Fact: I am trying to help the people of Ukraine stop this damned war. It takes a single signature from the President of Ukraine to stop this war, of which requires of you the so-called Security Council of Ukraine to stop being dishonest about the services you provide to people that live in Ukraine. 19. Fact: the fake banks in Ukraine owe my family money that never belonged to the fake banks. 20. Fact: privatbank does not belong to the government of Ukraine. 21. Fact: the government of Ukraine must cause the return of my kidnapped child. 22. Fact: the government of Ukraine must cause the delivery of cash boxes that belong to my family in Ukraine. 23. Fact: the deployment of the Ukraine version of the quantum computer that belongs to my family has been unlawfully belayed. 24. Fact: the cryptocurrency and blockchain is stolen technology in the wild that belongs to American and Ukraine companies. 25. Fact: the unlawful acts of the so-called top business owners in Ukraine is known and bribes have been paid to the security service of Ukraine. 26. Fact: the National Bank of Ukraine officers must be arrested as per Ukraine law. 27. Fact: there are 198 Ukraine families that have not been paid money owed to them in more than 13 years. 28. Fact: the radio systems of Ukraine are null, void and dysfunctional by design because of unlawful acts of so-called elected and appointed. 29. Fact: denial of right under color of fake law is the only crime in Ukraine. 30. Fact: there are not versions of truth. 31. Fact: there exist today 15 payments to every breathing military veteran of the House of Man. A. Fact: the crimes of the Ukraine government and its fake banks has caused millions of military veterans and their families to endure all manner of crime. 32. Fact: the mayor of Dnipro must face a trial by jury for crime. 33. Fact: the governor of Dnipropetrovsk must face a trial by jury for crime. 34. Fact: the end of usury debt, poverty and war in favor of peace on earth shall be completed. Indiana 366 days from the date of receipt of the stolen bank license and my property to my hand in Ukraine. 35. Fact: the evidence of the lack of compliance with Ukraine law by elected and appointed and agents is contained in the databases of Ukraine. Begin copy of email from the call center of SSU, forwarded message. From Henry Lenierb 2022@gmail.com. Date: Monday, November 20, 2023, 17:14. Subject: Help request. 2. Call center at ssu.gov.ua. I am in Dnipro. I just left the National Police Dnipro district. I asked for status of investigations. I asked for chain of custody procedures required to transfer criminal evidence for the purpose of presentments in reports to G20. I was told SSU are the only ones that can help me end this crime against my family and business. Know and accept facts: 4 of my children killed under color of fake law. 4 of my children kidnapped under color of law. 3 sons in the U.S. 2 serving active duty. And my firstborn daughter kidnapped at gunpoint over bribes not paid. $4 billion stolen from a bank in Donetsk in 2013. 2 passports stolen, one by so-called US Gov, one by so-called Ukraine Gov, with my 2 daughters ages 7 and 16 denied all right under color of law. While at the same time a privately owned defense research facility and my home in the United States being stolen in the same county I was abused in as a ward of the state. I have 22,000 people I am responsible for sending money to, and these clowns in these fake banks have been recorded live breaking the law and cooking the books. Further, and to having also published the Itar Signals Intelligence Integrity Audit Findings Report delivery be laid unlawfully under color of law. If the laws are valid, then the remedy is known. I am United States Army Signal Corps officer for 40+ years and am required to cause the immediate arrest of known parties, of which my brothers and sisters of the military House of Man will complete upon my arrival at required locations. I require a commitment from the combined Church of the House of Man that a global ceasefire for 31 hours will happen. 163-year audit. Sir, my army does not fail. There shall be the end of usury debt, poverty and war shall be the immortal legacy of the Cold War veterans, sir. And all I need to make it happen is due process of law that has been denied, of which I may and will correct upon sight of my daughters that live with me being in safe harbor factually. The central bankers are done. The debts have been paid, and there remains clear and present tasking to return the stolen wealth of the families of the house of man to each head of household. Man killing a man to save a man is a fool's errand. No military officer shall get on my radio and lie, sir. And they did therein. The path to peace is known. Please talk to me, and let's get a team of leaders of the churches to meet me in Kiev, sir. I will stand up new radios at the postal HQ each county, at the sheriff's tower and the primary church in the counties of G20 purview, sir. This simple act has been prepaid by my hand from my own funds. Therefore these facts herein are factual, and the first example a path to peace, which is required to end the crime for Eva. One cannot use my radio, sir, to commit crimes, sir, and they did. And they will not get away with, and I am not banging a war drum. I am by law and right acting herein to save lives. If only because you do not steal from the military house of man and not pay the bill on my watch, sir. It is time. The historical records shall be published, and fear will not be the way of life of man. I await reply and notice of your agents to assist me. I prefer Telegram https://t.me/qhq17. I remain awaiting your reply. P.S. See the link to the blog below for more info. Henry Bryant Lanier Sr. Esq. Ph.D. USRA 31MXLANI 7831 Cage 1x2y8. Founder, Principal, Benefactor. Henry at Lanier.capital. Mobile 38-095-753-8284. Lanier Capital. Lanier Family Trust. USVETBANK. US. https://lanier.capital. https://sinet-internet.com. https://sinetvvd.com/blog. https://ladcodefense.com. https://www.facebook.com/lanier.capital.llc/. Twitter, QHQ171. Our Oath and Mission Statement. We, the veterans of the United States of America, shall maintain in perpetuity the 24th of July 365 in all realms of land, sea, and air. The complete and total fully independent operational readiness status, including but not limited to all manpower, equipment, labor, materials, and resources as may be determined to be reasonable and necessary, beyond any reasonable doubt, to cause upon sight by any member the immediate de facto end of any source, origin, form, cause, or effect of usury, debt, poverty, and war for the children of humanity, effective this 17th day of December 2018. This email is authorized via 22 U.S. Code Section 2295A and 50 U.S. Code Section 1702 and 10 U.S. Code Section 2304-26 CFR 1.5072, Special Rules, Transfer to, or Operation as, Public Charity. And Title 47. Telecommunications Chapter 5. Wire or Radio Communications Subchapter E. Common Carriers Part 1. Common Carrier Regulations Section 230. Protection for private blocking and screening of offensive material. We authorize this release. Original 1 of 1. Copyright 1939-2023 Lanier Family Trust. All rights reserved. Closing remarks. Be a better version of yourself and answer your damned phone. And do your job. End this crime against your own kind. You are of the human family. Nothing more, nothing less. Respectfully yours, Henry Bryant Lanier Sr. Esq. Ph.D. Conditor, Principalis, Benefactorius. Founder, Principal, Benefactor. Lanier, Capital.